Elon Musk just recently announced that Twitter verified users can now post 2-hour long videos on their Twitter handle or on their Twitter page. So stick with me in this video while I dissect the advantages and disadvantages of this new feature and how it actually affects YouTube. If you enjoy watching this video, please give me a thumbs up. So the thing is, what you need to know is that, like I said in my previous video on this channel, video content is the future of social media. That's what I think, and that is really what is happening. That the way Twitter is now beginning to adopt long form video content, it should tell you one thing or two about how video seems to play a big role in the future of social media. If you are someone who has not been using video content on social media, it's high time you should actually start using it, because there are lots of advantages to it, and most social media platforms are now pushing videos on their platform. The second thing this thing tells us is that this whole feature tells us, or this whole scenario allows us to know, is that Twitter has become a very promising platform. So the fact that Elon Musk came into the equation of Twitter, he made a lot of changes that we can all see, some of which we have our reservations about. But what is very, very clear is that Elon Musk has a lot of promises that he wants to deliver onto his audience. That's those people who actually use Twitter, and some of them make a lot of sense, and many people are already jumping on board to his promises, particularly the one of free speech. And I think we both agree, those of us watching this video, that YouTube has its thing about free speech. So there's really no free speech on YouTube per se. YouTube has the power to actually pull down your content, but Twitter is a little bit different, because Elon Musk advocates for free speech. To a great extent, it is actually true. So that is an advantage that Twitter has, that it could leverage on with this new policy, and it's going to get a lot of people on board. But I think that with that, there's still going to be a disadvantage, in the sense that you'll be getting a lot of videos that are going to be on content that you may not like, particularly pornography. The third thing you should note is that Twitter has 300 million active users, so it has this potential of making a lot of wave with this new policy. But it is what it is, a potential. It doesn't mean it's a fact. So you might have to calculate properly, before investing full time into the whole idea, because it requires investment of around $8 to $9 monthly for the blue check mark, because the 2-hour videos are only available for those who have the blue check marks. Another thing, which is the fourth thing that you could actually notice, that I feel this idea really makes a lot of sense, because the point is that Elon Musk wants to compete with YouTube. He wants Twitter to compete with YouTube. So the whole strength of YouTube, one of it is actually the strong, solid and successful content monetization feature that is on YouTube. And there was this time I saw a tweet a long time ago, some months back, before Elon Musk even said this. I saw this tweet on Elon Musk and the way he was saying that he was commenting to somebody, a popular guy, tweet on YouTube, and he was saying that, I'm paraphrasing, that YouTube is only a solid content monetization platform for now. So the idea that we can see from that is that Elon Musk has always had in mind to create a very much powerful content monetization system on Twitter that is going to rival or beat that of YouTube. So for him to now roll out these 2-hour content, video content, it makes a lot of sense. And one thing I can see from that is that very soon Twitter ads are going to have in-stream ads, where people will be able to run ads on videos, just like you can run ads on videos on YouTube or on Facebook, and then people who create those videos are going to get a share of the cut of those people who are running ads on their videos. And the long-term idea behind it is that, I can see that Elon Musk is so clever. Long-term idea behind this is that Elon Musk is going to make a lot of money by bringing more advertisers to their platform, to his platform, because that way people will be able to advertise more, and also those of us who are creating content will be able to earn more money. So it really makes a lot of sense. And also another way to look at it is that it now makes the blue check mark to have more value, because before now the Twitter Blue just had some ton of features which seems cool, but to me I feel those features are features that should be free. For instance, a feature for you to post a certain amount of words, or a feature for you to be able to edit your post, is really supposed to be free. But anyways, what I can say is that Twitter traditionally has been very strict with its content creation system. So it has this strict content creation system. So for you to be able to pay to make the content creation system flexible makes sense to some people, but it doesn't make sense to some. Anyways, but the point here is that by rolling in this video content of 2 hours, it's going to add more value to the blue check mark. So that makes a lot of sense. So you might actually consider getting the blue check mark because of that. So finally, here's what I think in summary of everything. I think it really has a lot of advantages, but the disadvantage is simply the fact that people will start posting some content that are not helpful, because Twitter is trying to promote this ideology of free speech. Okay, so that's one problem with it, but there are lots of advantages that I can see, and one of those advantages is that competition is going to come into the old social media space, and that is good for those of us who are at the receiving end. For the big guys like YouTube, Twitter or Facebook, is not really healthy for them, or it's not good for them, because one of them is going to waste a lot of money, or one of them is going to end up losing. So it might not be the best thing for them. But for those of us who are at the receiving end, what happens is that we are going to have competition which will help them create more services that will be profitable for us, and that may be even cheaper for us. So that is really good. So that's one thing there. And in the long run, what's going to happen is that very, very soon Twitter is going to be a profitable content monetization platform. But to the question, can Twitter, or will Twitter overtake YouTube anytime soon? I don't really think that is going to happen very soon, not by a long shot, and that's for obvious reasons. One of those reasons is that while Twitter has just around 300 million active users, YouTube has almost double, if not more than that number. That's number one. Number two, YouTube content monetization system, the way it rewards its content creators, is already powerful enough, even though it's not perfect, but it's really, really solid, it's really strong, and there's no social media platform that is beating it at the moment. So for Twitter to just come in and try to beat it all of a sudden it's just like a dream. It's not really going to happen. In fact, YouTube is so good that it knows the exact relevant videos I need. But on Twitter, you just find a bunch of videos that are just weird. So that's one thing. And also on Twitter, you cannot exactly search for videos that you need. If you search for something, you'll be searching based on keywords that are things people have tweeted about. So if Twitter can adjust to that, and number two is if Twitter can have a very solid content monetization system for those people creating content, is really going to make a lot of sense. So those are the two ways I think Twitter can adjust right now. But anyways, I'm just me and this is my ideas, so I'm not the head of Twitter. So my verdict is that while it might not fulfill its promises on overtaking YouTube very soon, but it might be very profitable for you to join Twitter right now. So you might have to look at the way you have been creating content and start repurposing your content on Twitter. And also, if you've not gotten the blue check mark, you've not gotten the Twitter Blue subscription, you might have to consider getting it. So that's my take on everything that is just happening recently. I believe you found this video helpful. If you found this video helpful, kindly give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I remain Adewale, and this is Coach Jadel. Thanks for watching.